What's going on? No perfect seasons. It's the Commissioner Flex, League Manager, coming back at you. Here to bring you this week's Fantasy Flex. I know I've been on a 3-week hiatus. However, ESPN's been having problems posting up codes. Supposed to be getting that fixed tomorrow so I can get the show posted up on the league page instead of putting it up inside of a league message. But I'm doing this for y'all. Here we go. We back. The North Division right now is being led by the Orlando Pain, 4-0. Followed by the Woodruff and the Bronx Giants, who are both 3-1, standing in second place. Then you got myself, the Florida Sharks, standing at 2-2, 2 games back, followed by the New York Hitmen, who are 0-4, 4 games back. Now as we slide over to the South Division, that right now is being led up by the K-Town Predators, who are 4-0. Then you got the Lake Greats, who are 2-2, 2 games back in second place, followed by the Tallahassee Expendables and Team D8 or D12, whatever. Based on me looking at the active stats, that's the one I got to replace. He's got a pretty good team too, but he's tied with the Expendables at 1-3, so they're both 3 games back, followed by the Tampa Bay Bulls, who's still seeking his first win, standing at 0-4, 4 games back in his division. So let's move up and into last week's matchups, give you guys the meats and potatoes of the show, and let's see how we go. First matchup put the Bronx Giants up against D12, D2, D8, whatever this guy's name is, Donnie Lucas, who I'm going to be looking to replace this week. Score on that matchup was 142-94. Leading scorer for the Bronx Giants was Sean Hill with 26 points. Leading scorer for the 82s was Aaron Rodgers with 23 points, based on what I'm reading here. Following matchup pitted up the Orlando Pain up against the Tallahassee Expendables. The matchup on that one, which was a close one, was 114-106. The leading scorer for the Orlando Pain was Kyle Orton with 24 points. Leading scorer for the Expendables was Mark Sanchez with 19 points. Next matchup put up the Woodruff up against the Tampa Bay Bulls. The Woodruff doubled up on that matchup. Score on that matchup was 201-99. Arian Foster, the leading scorer for the Woodruff, with 38 points. Maurice Jones-Drew, leading scorer for the Tampa Bay Bulls, with 28 points in his matchup. And in the final matchup of the week, that put the Lake Greats up against the K-Town Predators. That matchup went 130-73. Leading scorer for the Lake Greats was Carson Palmer. Leading scorer for the Predators was Peyton Manning with 24 points. And let's go ahead and get up into a preview of the matchups that we got going down this week. Following matchups will go like this. I also forgot one more matchup. I'm sorry. The matchup between myself and the New York Hitmen went 106-95. The Sharks take that one. And the leading scorer for the Sharks was LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, with 32 points. Leading scorer for the Hitmen was Amon Bradshaw with 23 points. And now let me get up into the previews. I'm sorry about that. They don't want to leave anybody out. Next week you got the 2-2 Florida Sharks taking on the 2-2 Lake Greats. Dewan, change the name of your team, dog. You can do that. Next matchup puts the Tampa Bay Bulls up against the New York Hitmen. Both teams are 0-4, so they're both seeking their first wins. In the first matchup, both teams are 2-2, so we're both looking to exceed up in the standings, move past second place, or try and catch up to first, you know what I'm saying? And the next matchup puts the 1-3 Tallahassee Expendables up against the 1-3 82s, the team that I'm looking to get an owner for. Wow, this is pretty weird. Almost everybody with the same records is going up against each other. Except for the unbeaten teams, who basically goes like this. The Orlando Pain, the one unbeaten team in the other division, who is 4-0, is taking on the 3-1 The Woodruff. And the K-Town Predators, who are also 4-0, will be taking on the 3-1 Bronx Giants. And that is a quick preview of the matchups that we got going this week. I'm not even going to get into the projections and the projected lines because ESPN's projections are bullshit. But that's pretty much been this wrap up for the Fantasy Flex. I'm Flex. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for signing in. You know what I'm saying? Paying attention to your rosters, doing what you do, and keeping the league on and popping. Just want to thank you guys. Shout outs to everybody in the league. This is Flex. One more time. This is the Fantasy Flex. Flex out.